Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's practice. My name is Kim Zeigler, and our practice today is an Oracle guided Reiki healing session. Welcome to all new friends and those of you returning. Hello, Kaz. So I'm gonna try to articulate some, I don't even know what to label this as, something energy. And maybe perhaps it resonates, maybe a little part of it resonates, maybe a lot resonates. And I'll do my best to articulate it. It might take a moment to get to the point where it resonates, but here's the thing. I guess the overall theme is like recalibration. And I'll give you like a real human life metaphor. It's like if you've ever made a recipe and the particular recipe just tastes a little bit better when it like has a moment to rest and maybe even sit in the fridge, for all of the ingredients to just like find a recalibration with each other, and like the ingredients have this like harmony instead of like where the ingredients have like just all been mixed but there hasn't been like the resting phase. And I think Reiki sessions, I think energy work, I think choices that we make, I think it's about time for our society to recognize that when we make these changes and shifts, that we just need to honor this recalibration phase, this moment to let everything like realign and let the harmony find its placement, and for the new energy to have like a steady foundation. And so that's what I want to bring into this session. And it's something that it's coming from like a personal experience that I recently had and chose to do. And through this like lifelong journey and fear, like I made a choice to take initiative to have conversations with people in relationships close to me, for just change that was needed and for the betterment of like the future of my relationship with myself, but then also like everyone involved. And that experience, I'm really proud of how I handled it in terms of like coming from every perspective and including everyone's perspective and understanding with that. So I'm really proud of that, but I'm also like really grateful for how open and receptive everyone was. And it created this like recalibration. And so it's like there's something really good that is taking place and is aligning. And I just want, in case you have a similar experience from like just an energetic perspective, like there's this time, this really important time when you do something like that that's really life altering and changing, that's for the best. And there still is like this recalibration, there's still this like energy has shifted. Like I feel pretty tired today, and it's kind of out of my norm, just the way that my body is responding. And I'm just wanting to like bring this up in conversation so that, because it's like real, so that, if you've ever had this experience or if it shows up for you recently or soon, that you can also meet yourself with that understanding of, oh, this is that rest phase after energy shifts. And there's another metaphor that I kind of want to bring in that's similar to what we're talking about. And it's this idea of ease and ease in life, in something that you're doing that's like really aligned, still involves effort. Like, you're still showing up and you're still engaging, you're still taking action toward things, but it's easy in the ease. There's still effort in the ease, but the difference is there isn't struggle. Whew, that's big. And this is what I mean. I'm going to give you a metaphor, and I hope it can align with what I just said, that this idea of ease still has effort, but it doesn't have to have struggle. And so will you join me for this strange metaphor? Think about wanting to experience a lazy river, okay? However that would be, like, maybe it's through like a theme park, maybe it's through like a natural river, whatever the situation is. There's still effort in wanting to choose to journey down that lazy river. Like, you still have to take action to make that happen. So like, you're still, okay, well, what do I need to wear? What's the appropriate clothing for the weather and for getting on an inner tube or a raft or whatever your choice of transportation on this lazy river is. And is it something that you own? Is it something that you have to rent? Is it something that you have to, like, what's the preparation for you to make the choices that need to be made in order for you to enjoy the lazy river? And that is a metaphor for also what is aligned for you, and what is the ease that you want to experience, and what effort is involved in you experiencing that ease. So it's replacing struggle with effort, but aligned effort, not struggling effort. Like, so much effort, like, this is so unaligned, I don't want to go on this lazy river, it's raining out or it's cold, and like, that's struggle. And it takes a lot of effort when you're struggling, right? But when I got so many chills. This must be really resonating. I'll get to the comments soon. But it's a difference when you really want to go down that lazy river, and you're going to do everything that aligns with your heart and soul that is going to make that experience feel really good. But there's effort. That's the point. It's like, ease is not this like idealized experience of like, I don't have to lift a finger, and maybe that is gonna feel like that because it's so aligned, but you still are making choices, and you may even be employing or hiring professionals to help you along the way. You might hire someone to go purchase or arrange the whole event for you, so all you have to do is just show up. But you still have to make the effort to coordinate that person, right? So like, the level of ease and effort is really personal to how your vision is and your resources. But you get to play in, how do you really want that to look? Like, do you love organizing and planning, and you really want to be in charge of all the moving parts to make that lazy river experience like exactly how you want it? Or are you like, that exhausts me, and let me just pay someone to do all the details for me, and I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna wear this, and whatever it is. So we get to decide those things. We get to decide how we effort in alignment with the thing we want to experience. And when the efforting feels like struggle, it really is a sign to like take a step back and be like, I have choice. I can design this experience, and it can feel, this ease can feel nice, right? So I guess the overall message is that your journey of ease still takes effort, and you're taking action and showing up for the thing that feels aligned. Okay. So let me come over here and say hello for everyone who's been joining in. We have Kaz and Jane and Bev and Tanya and Shelly and Annalie. You can let me know if there's a better way to say that I'm not getting correct. Annalie, Victoria, Deirdre, Mel, Barbs, Christian. There's so many people returning that I haven't seen in a while, so it's so good to be with you. And then there's people that are here that I've seen several times recently. And let us know if you're new. And Silverback, Bev shares, it makes so much sense. I've gone through a change, a very recent shift too. Yeah, you need that time to have a recalibration when you make a big change. And when you make a big change in an aligned direction, you can still feel tired because so much has shifted. And Silverback and Christian, let's see, and Peace and Mel. I think I got everybody. Welcome. Okay, I feel a sense of more peace in my own energy for just being transparent with you, even though it's like generalizing energy and not like sharing like my personal life with you. It's still like, let's talk about the energy here. And that feels like very honest. And I feel so much better for sharing that with you and just trusting that it was meant to be shared. And for some reason, my hand is going for this deck, and we haven't even done our meditation. So I'm trusting my body was reaching for this deck, and we're gonna see what's here. It's the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. And we'll just allow this card to guide our meditation. Whatever the message is here, let's see, what does Spirit have for us after sharing how we started today's session? Whoa, that was pretty okay, we have two. Hello, welcome everyone. Okay, wow. Number 19, wake up call. Wow. In the imagery of this card, it's kind of got, some of them are more prominent than this one, but it's like elements of like a tapestry. And this one is very much like root chakra vibes. So it's like relationships and family dynamics and your connection with your sense of belonging and like being here now on this planet in this time and space, like geographically, everything, like your roots, right? And it's a wake-up call to that. You are about to discover your life purpose. Woo! So more clarity here with life purpose. And when we weave that in with what we were just talking about, like the river of the lazy river still involves effort to experience the lazy river, right? That ease, that sense of ease. And I think when you like close your eyes and you feel that sense within your body of like, yeah, this feels aligned. This is something that I feel really good about, like putting my energy toward. I feel like is directly related to the message. You are about to discover your life purpose. It's that feeling of this feels good and aligned, and the energy has shifted and things are becoming more harmonious to the next step of this journey, this next step of feeling fulfilled in how I'm investing my life, right? My energy. So that's a wake-up call. I think we're all having to some degree a shift that is directing us more toward that feeling of being in alignment. And life purpose can evolve with you. And I think this card is like a deeper life purpose than maybe other seasons of your life. Like this one's real deep. And this one's like felt like really connected to the soul essence. And so it's like entering this new season of life purpose, this new expression of how that feels in your body, and even the relationships and people that are coming into your life. And then we have one more card. Let's see what this one is. Okay, number 13, judgment. Ooh, you are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. You're being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. I think this card, I should show you that. I think this card in its essence is compassion. It's inviting us to compassion for ourselves and others, and just understanding we all have a different path, we all have a different journey, we all have different influences that shape our perspective, and to just be gentle with these judgments, and to see if when the judgment comes up, it's like, okay, that's one way of seeing this. And if I welcome compassion into this judgment that's coming up, what would compassion say? What would compassion invite me to think instead of that judgment? So let's get into our meditation. Here are our cards. I think when we release this, if we come back to the discussion we were having, when we release the judgments, I feel like that's where the struggle comes in from, that lazy river. If things aren't aligned and the judgments are there, like, it just creates so much resistance and resentment and tension and frustration, and we have to lean into those uncomfortable emotions to be able to get through them, to be able to welcome that compassion in. And then I feel like once we've really addressed some of the gunk in our life, I think that's what makes this, the lazy river, the river of ease, feel exciting to effort for. How many of you can relate to efforting for someone else's dream, and you are the workhorse of that dream, and it drains your body, it drains your emotions, it drains your life force energy? Well, listen to that. Get curious about that. Make new choices that align you to what feels easier in your body, lighter on your heart, more peace in your mind. And with that, let's go inward. welcoming this discussion into our hearts. It's kind of a little bit of a few themes and a few insights, and some of them may resonate and some of them may not, and just allowing what wants to come into your heart space for your intuition to receive insights from what wants to come into your energy field to help you along your path. And let's begin by welcoming the light of Reiki into our space. Just feeling the light of Reiki, filling the space around you with love and compassion. Feeling this universal life force energy, this Reiki energy, this divine intelligence that knows exactly what you need today to connect with you and provide for you exactly what is needed to ease your mind, relax your body, and open your heart. Just feeling the light of Reiki flowing above you, and below you. And feeling the light of Reiki flowing in front of you, and behind you. And feeling the light of Reiki flowing to the left of you and to the right of you. And begin to bring your focus to the support of the earth beneath you. And acknowledge the openness of the sky above you. And imagine yourself sitting along a river, and I want to offer you a choice. And there's an opportunity to have an experience on this river, just to simply float down the river. And if you would like to do that, I'm gonna ask you to take the burdens that you're carrying in your mind, heaviness on your shoulders, any pains you feel in your body, any restlessness, any looping thought patterns. I'm going to invite you to just set those down here on the earth. Just let them be grounded. Just let them be for a moment. Just let them be outside of you. So, I invite you to set down your bags that you're carrying. And if you want to pick them up after, they will be here for you. And there's a raft here for each of you. They've been custom built. And they have your name on it. And you'll know it's yours. There will be something that signals to you that this raft is yours to experience. Maybe it's the material it's made from, or the color. Maybe there's symbols. And I'm going to invite you to just gently sit or lie. Maybe if your raft is a donut shape, you want to have your legs at the bottom. Just get really comfortable in your raft and really see yourself being held and supported in this raft. And maybe it's your hand or maybe it's your toes, and you can feel the temperature of the water, the perfect temperature for you. And you can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. And the cool breeze on the fine little hairs on your arms, through your hair. Maybe just on your scalp. Without efforting, you just notice that the raft is gently beginning to float down the river. It's the most perfect day. Your perfect day. The most beautiful, lush green trees and butterflies and flowers. There's some deer in the back of the trees, and you can hear songbirds, and you may even notice some specific animal friends here for you. Some specific elements of nature placed just perfectly for you to notice and see. And maybe there's even a song playing in your head. That shows up when you feel joy in your heart and the ease of life. And as you continue to float down the river, you begin to relax your body even deeper. And up ahead is the rainbow bridge of life. And as you begin to float underneath this bridge, you begin to experience the healing frequency of red. Connecting you with the energy within you that provides for you, that is stable and safe. That inner feeling of home, of belonging. And as you continue to float, you begin to feel the healing frequencies of orange. And start to begin to notice flow within your body, this feeling of freedom. And with flow and freedom comes even deeper relaxation within your body. And as you begin to relax, your creativity begins to sparkle, shine a new shine. And it's a resource that is always here and available to you. It's your creative magic. And it's always ready. It's a resource that will always be ready. And you continue to float and feel the healing frequency of yellow. And you begin to remember the uniqueness of who you are. And you see yourself drifting off into a dream of riding a really fast horse. And you feel freedom flowing through your hair. And it feels effortless to ride. As you begin to celebrate the power that is you. And as you continue to drift a little deeper, your raft begins to flow and receive the healing frequency of green. And you begin to notice that everything around you seems to look more lush and vivid and full of vitality. Everything looks a little greener. And you begin to feel your arms get really relaxed. And all the muscles and tissues of your arms and your shoulders begin to release tension and feel at ease. And this ease continues to move you forward into the healing frequency of blue. And everything goes silent. And you begin to hear very clearly what usually sounds like a whisper. Very clearly, your guidance speaking, encouraging you. Encouraging you to follow what feels aligned. And in this moment, to feel what that ease feels like in your body. And let this be a reference point. Notice where you feel this ease and sense of trust. And connect with it. And remember this point of reference. And your raft continues to float down the river underneath the rainbow bridge of light and carries you into the healing frequency of indigo. And you begin to see a whole new realm of possibilities. So many doors and one clear open door. And you can see through the door. It's clear. And you like what you see. It's your unlimited potential. And it's possible for you to choose this door. And as you begin to integrate a new sense of trust for what you've seen, your raft begins to float you into the healing color of violet. And as you receive the healing frequency of violet, you feel whole and at ease. Able to receive this time and space to just be. And the white swan appears and guides your raft forward and begins to slowly disappear into this bright white light as your raft continues to float. Completely passing through the rainbow bridge of life and into this beautiful healing frequency of white light. And feeling this white light gently tending to your spiritual body, purifying any debris, and flowing closer to you and purifying your mental body, purifying any debris. And easily coming closer to you, purifying your emotional body, clearing any debris. And welcoming this pure white light, this purifying frequency into the physical cells of your body. Clearing away any debris. And directing it through your elimination pathways, trusting your body's efficiency to remove the debris. Simply through your intention and allowing of the purification to take place. And as the raft begins to gently come to a stop, you realize that we've made a complete circle. And just connecting with any sense of gratitude you may have for your experience and any unseen energies and guidance that met you here in this experience. Thanking your raft for a safe trip. And we're back to the grass, back to the earth, back to where you began, and you can see your bags. Some of the things in your bags have essentials and valuables and items you'd like to continue to walk your path with. Relationships and experiences and the projects that are taking place in your life, and you choose to bring those back. And there's also stuff that you realize is not essential and you're actually ready to part. And there's a donation bin. And there's also a compost bin. And there's also a trash bin. And you can place these non-essential items in any of the bins and trust that there's someone tending to these things with great care. Let this energy be renewed and repurposed for the highest good of all that is. Blessings and namaste. Just allowing time and space for you to come back and bring some gentle movement into your body. And you may even feel like you want to remember some of your experience and maybe even write some of your experience down. You could put it in the comments and take a screenshot so you have it to reference again. I'm always delightfully surprised. I have absolutely no pre-agenda for how those meditations are going to unfold. And I have to say, when the Rainbow Bridge came, I was like, yes, Oh, yes, that was so yummy. And there's a lot of energetic references in there, and it's rich with meaning however you want to engage with it, wherever you are in your journey. And your experience is perfect. Your experience is exactly what you need. And I love that about the Rainbow Bridge. It's it's beautiful. How did it feel to set down the bags? And was there some, like, yes, please, like, you had no problem dropping it? Or was there some resistance? Was there hesitation? And then notice when you returned, being able to really choose the essentials and the things that you still want to carry because they're part of the season of your life, and the things that are ready to part. And then the options of all the ways to healthfully let go. I'd love to know if anyone had like a really vivid experience of your raft or your vessel, your floating device. um, if you really felt like the warmth of the sun on your skin, if there are any specific animals or like different parts of nature that showed up for you. And in our dream state, the horse. Did you feel that power? Did you feel that freedom? And how many of you zonked out completely? Because that is also a perfect experience. And often, if there's a really deep healing to be had, Reiki will assist in making you fall asleep. It's kind of nice, the Reiki nap. I like those. Oh, Nicola just floating in the water. Love that. Beautiful. Oh, yes. Yeah, Bev, I am recording the session. So, if you choose to want to revisit the experience, you can, but just trust that the experience that you had today is, of course, exactly what you need today. But yeah, it must have been pretty deep nourishment for you to have that Reiki sleep. So cool. Wow. Part of me is like, the session is complete. We have received exactly what we needed. Oh, Victoria slept through the orange to the indigo. Oh, yes, feeling. Ooh, I got chills with that. Happy to leave some bags behind. Yeah. Wow. I I'm just kind of in awe of just a lot. Like I actually feel like if I let myself, I'm on the edge of like, if I really leaned in, I would just bawl right now. Like I would just cry just because there's just a sense of like energetic beauty. Hmm. I'm really listening to see if there are cards that want to come through. I'm really grateful to the cards that did come through because I felt like they opened up the opportunity for that meditation. And it was like almost just like a stepping stone of like getting to the beginning of the meditation. And then it was like, it just kept unfolding. There's a couple cards, like the card deck speaking, and the ones that are, I'm like, oh gosh, we would be here for 3 hours if we did all that. Okay, this card deck, with the water and the trees and everything, is like calling. And I'm also like, okay, the first card, is it the first card? Oh my goodness. The hedgehog, nurturing tranquility. In the center of your being lies a deep tranquility. Nourish it with moments of quiet reflection and gentle self-care. It feels like our meditation in card form, like in language, like what we just experienced. And how cute from this little hedgehog. And when you think about this hedgehog, it's a pretty small and vulnerable animal. My voice, if you've been here since the beginning of the discussion and like what we talked about, like there's a major energetic shift taking place and a recalibration for those of you that want to be up to speed. And I can hear it in my voice. I was actually nervous about the beginning of the meditation because I was like, whose voice is this? This doesn't sound like my voice. And I can hear it again. It's like something's changing. But this small animal, when you think about the underside, it's like soft, and look at that tiny cute face and just like the vulnerability of that softness. And then it has what it needs. It is equipped to protect that tender softness. It's like the heart energy, right? The treasure of who you are. And it is equipped. It has a sense of protection for those times or those circumstances where you need to protect that treasure from just a place of self-respect, And then it's like it's equipped to have these spikes. And it doesn't need to like be in defensive mode, but if it needs to, it's equipped. I just think that's such a cool feature. Just thinking like when you give yourself, self-care, you really start to open up that soft side, right? Your defenses go down. It's like placing the bags down in our meditation before getting on the raft. It's like, okay, I can put my defenses down. Like, this is time for self-care. What a cool message. Yeah, I feel good about that. Thank you so much, Carol, for your donation. I am grateful for that energetic exchange, and thank you. Such a beautiful message for everyone from love. And like I feel content, but there's still like this message. If you would like to receive a message, this is what Spirit's asking. If you would like to receive a message from the Secret Garden, it's just a simple focus, a simple message. It's like we've had our meditation, we enjoyed our experience on the river, we've even, chosen what's essential for us moving forward. And you know, when you have some kind of adventure or experience and you think you went there for that, and then on your way back to the car or whatever the transportation is, you get like this unexpected delight, and you're like, wow, that just really puts the cherry on top. If you would like to receive from the Secret Garden, I'm going to say the first 5 people that say yes in the comments will pull a card for you. So we have, okay, we have our 5. Thank you, everyone. So I'm gonna write the first 5 that I see on my screen. It may appear different on yours, so I'm just doing what's here on mine, what I can see. And we already have our 5, so thank you. So we have Victoria, and we have Johnny, and Trisha, and Nicola, and Mel. Okay. Again, those of you who have been here before know the backs of these cards very well. It's like sitting down with your best friend, your spirit guide, whoever is pouring you this nice, delightful, refreshing drink after your stroll along or the float along the river or your swim. And we're gonna pull the cards. This one's for Victoria. And remember, when we are a witness to what is happening in our present, what we're choosing to be here for, allow it to also be, meant to be for you to hear by witnessing. This one's for Johnny. And it's through that person's energy that you may be receiving a nugget of wisdom or insight that's exactly what you need. This one's for Trisha. And we have Nicola. And we have Mel. All right, let's see what's here for these individuals, and through these individuals, what are we here to hear? Okay, I'm trying to put them in the order here. Okay, Victoria. Victoria, your message is dream. Dream. Oh, that's so interesting. Victoria, are you the one that fell asleep from orange to indigo? I feel like this is a special amplification. Whoa, okay, dream. That is really amplifying your experience. It's like the encouragement of, yes, allow yourself to have those moments where you can have that that short sleep so that you can, it's reiterating that is really important for you to be able to access whatever is there in that space to help facilitate your dream. Like the beginning of the message, the life purpose, for you to actualize and receive the insights that help you along that path. Your message, have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. That's the energy. A nap, a good book, self-care, right? The floating on the river, spirits like Victoria, this is an invitation to integrate that, to do more of that. Have it scheduled in your day. That is really important time for you for your life purpose. What you're talking about, this season of your life, to really feel more deeply connected there. And as some of you know, this card deck, it has little symbols here in the corner. And so, Victoria, yours are the books. So let that be just a symbol of that time for self-care. Beautiful. This is fun. Okay, thank you, Victoria. And Johnny, your message, play, play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. Follow your curiosity. Let yourself play. Give yourself permission to play. You don't need anyone else's permission. Like, really engage and play. And I always feel a little unsure what the symbol is in this one, but it kind of makes me want to think of what's the game called? Like, is it called jacks, where there's like metal things and you like bounce a ball and then like scoop them up? Is that jacks? They don't look like, yeah, they don't look like jacks, but it reminds me as if it's something of that nature. What do you think this is? I don't know. And it could be like something, like they almost look like little flowers or little popcorns or like rocks. I don't know. But I think maybe that's the point, is like, because it's not really clear, like use your imagination. And that's the point of play, is like be in your imagination. So whatever this is, like just be playful about it, and it doesn't have to like necessarily be literally like what it is. Let yourself play. Yeah, they do look like little mini mushrooms. And yeah, I don't know. I love it. Use your imagination. Thank you, Johnny, for this message. The possibility of play. I love that. Yes. Okay, and we have Trisha. All right, Trisha, your message is rest. Slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. That reminds me of the meditation of like just setting the bags down. Like, we're going to go on this river experience and those bags are going to be there. But if you do this river experience and you come back to the responsibilities or the thing that actually does need taken care of, you're going to come from it at a place of so much more like spacious relaxation vibes, where you might actually be able to get through the thing that feels so challenging so much easier, because you just created a little more space between you and the thing. And so it's like weaving in a little bit of rest to simply approach the thing from a new energy. So slow down. You don't have to solve everything today, and let yourself rest. And we have a little hummingbird. So you know how the hummingbird is like super I don't know exactly how fast their wings go, but it's like they use so much energy, right? And in order to keep going, in order to keep being like, it's authentic for them. That speed is authentic for them. It's not like they're over exhausting. That is their design. But in order to maintain their design, they need to rest. They need some energy. They need to fuel. So just let yourself really be aligned with what's true for your energy and how you express that. And then also how you need rest in order to maintain your natural frequency, your natural speed, your natural wing speed. So thank you, Trisha. And now we have Nicola. Nicola, your message is courage. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. Have courage. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. And yours, of course, is a rose with some thorns on the stem. Have the courage. Like, there's a really, there's an awareness that comes with, there's an intention that comes with, picking this rose, being mindful of where you're placing your hand, your vulnerabilities, right? Just like you're not going to place the underbody of, the sensitive part when you approach this thorn. You have resources to protect you. So some of those resources are like using your mind. You might actually need to engage your mind for creating solutions to problems. That's when the mind is really useful. And the heart is really useful when leading the direction of your path. But the mind can be a really great resource when needing to navigate strategy like this. So have the courage. Have the courage. You have the courage, and use it to just be thoughtful in how you approach it. Thank you, Nicola. And we finally have a message for Mel. It's 11111. For Mel, present. Journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. Whoa. Present. Journey into the garden to escape the past and the future. So it's like setting the bags down. They're going to be there, and when you come back to them, you can have maybe more discernment of what you pick up from the past to go into the future, right? But for right now, you don't have to carry that into this experience, because right now you're going to be present on the river. You can be present with that. And then when you come back, you can decide what from the past, before you got on that experience of the river, that you want to bring into your future. I like that. That seems like what a perfect metaphor to connect with the meditation experience. And then your symbol, let's see what you all think. What do you think? Is it a specific type of leaf or plant? Presence. Present. All right. Thank you, Mel. All right. I'm taking a look. There are 3 more cards. And if you can give me a moment to not put anything in the comments for just a second. I just want to see if these 3 people are still in our circle. Christian, Edipen, and Saliha. I don't know if I'm saying your names correctly, but just let me know if you're still here. Christian, Edipen, and Saliha. No? Okay. Oh, just kidding. Psych. All right. Do one more for Christian. This was just from earlier. Here we go. The final. We got 2 that came out and it feels right, so we're going with it. All right, Christian. Card 1 or card 2 first? 1 or 2? 1. Grow. All flowers must grow through dirt, right? there's a certain environment for each phase of our life that is appropriate for that phase. And when you're a seed, the appropriate environment to be nourished for the next phase of your life is that you must be in some dark soil for a little while, and you may not know how long. But trust the process. All flowers must grow through dirt. And there is your symbol. Victoria, I feel like in the past maybe you were really good at flowers. I unfortunately am not, but if anyone knows the specific flower, you can let us know. I'm not an expert at that part, but what a beautiful symbol here for you. Darken, rest, and hydrate, and trust innate growth. I love the poetry. I love it. That's definitely part of your intuitive receiving and expression, and let that the thing that wants to come through is let that float your raft, which sounds so cheesy, but also I kind of love that it's so cheesy. Let that float your draft, or float your raft, your draft. Ooh, now we're getting weird. Okay, let's not go there. Lavender or sage, perhaps. Yeah, could be. Now that you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, now I know. But to just be like, this is what it is, no. Okay, Christian, your number 2 card is Twilight. Surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. It's like, live it all. Be present for it all. Grow through it all. And surrender to the beauty of what's here for you to receive. Oh, I like that perspective, that it could be, some grapes too. Some nourishment for growth. That's kind of cool. And then the flower experts here, what do you think this is? So Christian, here is your full message. Just let yourself trust the unknown of the environments you need to grow. To receive the nourishment of each phase, and to just surrender to the beauty of that. Live it up every step of the way. All right, we are officially complete. Thank you so much for joining today's session. What an exploration from beginning to end, and just how it all unfolded, and the whole meditation experience and all of it. Thank you so much for being here for it, for sharing your energy and your time, your hearts that you're pouring through. Thank you for your donations. Now, and if you are new and or are not following me here on Insight Timer yet, I'll put this up for you. That way you can join again, and we can play again and see what unfolds next time. And if you found value in today's session and you would like to exchange energy through a donation, it's always welcome. And I look forward to next time. Have a great week and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone.